Hello, vintage outboard motor fans. This is T Mike, and it's Christmas again. Guess what? Something came in the mail. Pretty sure it's a mail-in repair job. Let's see what we got. Comes from Flowerwood. That is Ellis in Alabama. I know what this is. Now this is going to be a unique video. Ellis is a customer, buys a lot of parts from me. Worked with him on a lot of his motors, and he's got an unusual one. Okay. He sent me his carb. Okay, this is for a 3 horsepower Johnson, I believe. And he sent me the silencer. The silencer that goes on the front of the carburetor. He's got the tubing, got the screws for the silencer, got a little money, and he sent a note. Now this is going to be interesting. His note says, "Hey T Mike, hope you're doing well. Enjoy your videos and enjoying his new hobby of restoring. Enclosed in a box is the carburetor fuel supply for his 1956 3 horsepower duct twin." So he says, as I mentioned in my text, over the past few months, I'm struggling to get my motor to run at wide open throttle with the air silencer on. Without the air silencer, it runs wide open beautifully and idles perfectly. And I've texted with him on this several times. He said this is what he's done so far. He's cleaned and rebuilt the carb, decarbed the exhaust system, replaced points, coils, plugs, wires, condensers, exhaust plate gasket, tried fanning away the exhaust fumes as you suggested. I thought it would be the fumes coming from running it inside or in a barrel, the fumes. So I had him put a fan on it. He said that didn't help. So he said despite all these efforts, he still appears to have an airflow issue through the carburetor that he can't quite pinpoint. His guess is that the high-speed needle valve might be faulty or improperly installed. When adjusting at high speed with the air silencer, it helps, but doesn't fully resolve the problem. However, with the air silencer off, high speed needle adjusts and it runs perfectly. He said another possible culprit, it could be a broken tank filter, be oversupplying fuel. I noticed that he had the filter. This goes up inside the tank, and that's a filter, and it's broken off. These filters get clogged up, but it can't be that, because the bowl in the carb stops the flow of fuel in there when it's full. So I don't think it can be that. So it's gonna be fun. We're gonna name this one the silencer strangles my carb. Watch what happens. That's gonna be the name of the video. The silencer strangles the carb. So my plan is, I got my 3 horsepower outside, and I'm gonna get it running, make sure it's running good, and I'm gonna video taking the silencer off and back on and see if there's any difference. I assume there's gonna be some difference because that silencer blocks the flow of air, so that's what's pushing with the vacuum, sucking gas in. So I assume it's gonna be some difference, but according to Ellis, it won't even idle. It runs terrible with the silencer. So I'm going to show you what mine does with my silencer on and off, see how much difference there is, and then we're going to slip his carbon silencer on my 3 horsepower and see if it's the same difference. Then it won't be anything to do with this. It might be his power head, reed valves, possibly, or something. But anyway, we're going to determine whether the silencer strangles the carb. That's what this video is about. So if everybody's ready, let's get to it. Here we go. Okay, I'm out here on the lake. The wind's blowing today. I hope it doesn't interfere with what we're doing, but I got my 3 horsepower with the silencer on. I'm gonna get her started, run her. I got 1 screw holding the silencer in right here. I'll loosen that screw and pull the silencer off, back on, and we'll see if it makes a difference or not. Here we go. It does make a little difference. The noise is louder. It does silence the sound. I mean, I saw a slight drop in the RPM just from hearing. Not a huge difference, a little bit, just slightly. So that's a good test of mine. Let's get, I'm gonna take it apart. My handle's got, my carb has got the white knobs on it. Ellis's carb's got the black knobs on it. I'm gonna take the carb off and put his on. The next video will have the black knobs, and we'll do the same test and see how that works. Having fun. Okay, I got Ellis's carb on here. See the black knobs? If you notice, my rewind starter has changed. This is the one that was on there. I broke the spring. I'll have to fix that spring. Alright, so I got Ellis's carb on there, and I got his silencer on there. So let's start her up and see how she runs. It does make a difference when you take it off. It's louder. Silencer does silence. And a little bit of difference in the RPM, but not much. Same as my other one. Same as my other car. So Ellis did the test. Looks like the cylinder doesn't strangle the carb on my motor. So if it does on yours, it must have something with the power head. Reed valve is what I would suspect. I would take the carburetor off, take the carb manifold off, and look at the reed valve in there and see if that has a broken reed or something obstructing the reeds from the manifold. So that's the story of the video on the carb that strangled by the silencer. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know I did. See you next time. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know I enjoyed making it. If you did, hit the like button and also hit the subscribe button and catch all my videos. You know, my passion are these vintage outboard motors. Johnson and Evinrude, 1950s, 60s, and 70s, 3 horsepower to 18 horsepower. I think I have all the videos, over 500 videos, on everything you need to know to repair, service, and restore your vintage outboard motors. I have all the parts, all the videos, and all the parts manuals for you to do that. I love what I do. The best way to reach me is on my website, tmikevintageoutboards.com. You go to that website, I have links for everything you need. I have links for all the parts you need. If you don't know the parts you need, there's a link called the Parts Broker where you can fill out the form and submit it to me, and I'll find your part for you. Alright, I also have a link for a mail-in repair service where you can ship me your carburetor, your gear case, or your magneto. I'll repair it, video it, put it on YouTube, and ship it back to you. I also have a link for technical consulting. If you have a question, just fill out the link. There's a donation page if you want to help pay T-Mike, and I'll answer your question and get back to you. That's the best way to reach me, is on my website, tmikesvintageoutboards.com. I love what I do. It's been a great ride, and remember, always remember and never forget, here at T-Mike's Vintage Outboards, we're doing it one motor at a time.